It starts with a spark and becomes a guiding light. Teamwork, friendship, getting social. When the games are gone, the games go on. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
Legends aren't born, they're built. Icons don't become icons overnight. What you hear about is the achievement. What you see is the result. But greatness is built on wellness. So here's to heroes unsung, efforts unseen, and distant dreams humbly attained.
It takes a village to raise an athlete. For more than 120 years, Marine Atlantic has connected our sports communities with the people, places, and games they love.
Almost 2 weeks ago to the minute, these competitions started in these Canada Summer Games in beautiful St. John's, and today we find ourselves on the final day of competition. What a terrific event it's been throughout the city of beautiful St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Good morning, everyone. I'm Robbie Doherty alongside Luke Much, and today we are back for some volleyball. Medals going to be handed out today later on. But right now, we are seeing the battle for 5th place between New Brunswick and Saskatchewan. Luke, you've been around here on the volleyball court a couple times thus far this week. You've seen these teams in action. What can we expect heading into this 5-6 placement game?
Well, if anything, a seesaw battle. I saw New Brunswick face off against Prince Edward Island just a few days ago. And New Brunswick, there was no quit in them, sweeping PEI 3-0. Expect Saskatchewan to have a little bit more fire than Prince Edward Island did, but this will still be a very tough matchup for both of these teams. Should come right down to the wire. Would not be surprised if we go into 4 or 5 sets here down the stretch.
Should be an excellent matchup certainly this morning. And you talk about the Canada Games, and these games, a long week. These athletes have been there now going on 8 days. Fatigue's got to be setting in, running on adrenaline, but you know they're going to be trying a little extra hard to finish as high as they can.
Well, certainly so, and especially with this early morning start. Now let's head down to the floor for our national anthem.
So the national anthem in the books, which means we are ready to go here in this big matchup this morning. Green and white versus green and white this morning, New Brunswick and Saskatchewan. You can see the look of anticipation on these athletes' faces. Got to be a big day for a lot of these athletes who are perhaps aging out of Canada Games eligibility, knowing that this could be their last time. It's an emotional week for many of these athletes.
Yeah, it certainly is. For a lot of these men on the court, they will not get a chance to come back and compete at the Canada Games, so they have to leave it all out here on the floor. Still a battle for 5th and 6th position, and we will see what these two teams can do. I'm expecting a really close matchup here, Robbie. We saw New Brunswick, we saw Saskatchewan, both always battling and not quitting until that 25th point has been reached, so we will see what happens here.
That's the magic number, 25. Best 3 out of 5 sets. As we meet the athletes here before the game, and you can just see a look at New Brunswick. They are ready to go. Knowing what's on the line. Great crowd on hand supporting them.
Certainly so, and you see Nijam out there for Team New Brunswick. He was a force around the net this time a few days ago. Look for him to be strong out there again for Team New Brunswick as we take a look at our liberos. For Team NB, it will be Alex Bork, the 18-year-old from Dieppe. And for Team Saskatchewan, Thomas Sear from Prince Albert will be the libero. He'll be wearing number 2 for Saskatchewan. Bork will be wearing number 1.
So the crowd showing their appreciation for the effort that's gone in for both these teams to get to where they are right now. Certainly an accomplishment to be here in this 5-6 matchup on this beautiful Sunday morning.
Yeah, just going through the rosters here, killing these players as they just want to get going right now. But midway through Saskatchewan, we'll get there eventually before we have our opening serve. As Saskatchewan, as their starting 6 out there, ready to go. Busy day for volleyball here.
Certainly is.
Jared Chason able to leap up and smash that one down with factor as he makes no mistake there.
So 1-0 New Brunswick. Early on, very, very early on, and a great effort from Nijam. Just can't get there and send it back. So Saskatchewan responding.
Yeah, good hustle there by Nijam. We talked about a strong play as this tournament has gone on, but just couldn't get the right angle on that one, and now that will lead it over for Saskatchewan to get us back underway again. You can tell both teams just settling in here right now.
Settling in well. There's a spike opportunity trying to get there once again is Nijam, but can't get there on time. So Saskatchewan rallies back for 2 in a row.
2-1 the score here early on for Team Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan with the serve. Able to be put in play. Nice job by New Brunswick, keeping it going as they send it back. Great play at the net, that one just going. Oh, I believe it did catch a hand, so a big point for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, making it 3-1 now for Team Saskatchewan, as continuing to serve will be Galito. He's been really strong at the serving here today. And that one just long as he powers that one through, and now Team New Brunswick with an opportunity to answer back here early on in this one. Only a 1-point game, 3-2 the score.
Certainly an excellent start here for both teams. We saw New Brunswick a few times this week have some back and forth battles, showing great intestinal fortitude to keep themselves in the game and coming back to win. That one going to travel long, so 4-2.
Yeah, New Brunswick right now just not able to get the serving down the way that they would like to. They've mishit a few of them now, and for Team Saskatchewan, Colton Hicks will get a chance to serve. We'll see how he does.
Hicks with great strength. That one gonna settle a little bit long. So New Brunswick bouncing back with a point of their own.
Yeah, well, you can tell that both of these teams aren't warmed up quite just yet, as just a few miscues on both sides, hitting the serves long. Now we'll see what happens on this one, see if they can get back onto the right track.
So this one in play, Saskatchewan at the net, and a good block opportunity, but sent right back over for a big point as Saskatchewan leads by 2 once again.
Yeah, Saskatchewan really strong around the net area, and that's going to bring an opportunity for Vanderkoy to help launch this lead up by more than 2 and help launch the serve up and over the net.
So set by New Brunswick. Back over. Good spike opportunity, that one. Going to catch the night, and New Brunswick answers once again. Certainly showing a lot of grit is New Brunswick.
Yeah, they're keeping it close, Robbie. There's no doubt about that. And that's the thing that we've noticed here about volleyball all week long, is that it has always been close here in these matches, no matter who's playing. And they've all come down to the wire.
Once again, long for Saskatchewan, so New Brunswick able to tie this set up at 5. Both teams trying to make a charge ahead, just not able to, as the other side stepping up, one down.
Jared Chason on the serve. He's been strong out here so far through the opening 10 points. Is now 6-5 in favor of Saskatchewan.
There you see the lead back to Saskatchewan. They'll serve. Great crowd on hand on this early Sunday morning edition of Canada Summer Games Volleyball. That's going to land in, and what a serve from Saskatchewan. And a big effort. That was Braden Walker. An excellent job. Keep that inside the line. That's a big point.
Yeah, that's such a great serve. Advances their lead by 2. Now let's see if he can do it again here.
At the net. Gonna send it down. They'll touch it over, and a nice play from Saskatchewan once again as they pull ahead 8-5.
Yeah, really nice roll shot there from James Galito, able to just prop that one right up over the blocker, and no one home to keep it up and alive.
And Saskatchewan certainly pulling up their socks in the last 4 or 5 points. Going on a run, 4 unanswered. And there's a timeout from New Brunswick. They'll have a chat to regroup.
Yeah, what was once 5-5, now Saskatchewan 4 points in a row as they have really turned it on here. And the serving, looks like they've really dialed in their serves here, Robbie. New Brunswick not able to return a whole bunch of them in a strong fashion, sometimes even just missing it. So as of right now, New Brunswick just really have to get their communication going, try to talk more off the serve, and realize whose ball it is.
So big moments for both of these teams as a long week of competition. Certainly wanting to finish as high as they can. Here on the campus of beautiful Memorial University, a staple of the city of St. John's, who have been such wonderful hosts.
Yeah, what a great venue this has been now with the 2 courts. Out here for week 2 in indoor volleyball. We've action on both sides. Everywhere you look, there's a bunch of action out here today. Now, let's see if Team Saskatchewan can keep this up here. They were really strong on the serving here these past 4 points. Walker has the ball. Let's see if he can continue that. Oh, just dragging outside. And now New Brunswick only down by 3.
Walker with a lot of power on this serve this morning, the 18-year-old from Esterhazy. And speaking of power, Nasser Nijam Yasuande Cameroon of New Brunswick, an effective player all week and a huge presence for this New Brunswick squad. He'll start a potential charge here for New Brunswick as they gave up 4 unanswered. Looking to turn the momentum.
Yeah, in my eyes, Nijam was the MVP of their matchup against Team PEI, and we'll see if he can keep going here in this one. And a good job by Team New Brunswick now, rallying off back-to-back points, getting back within 2.
Certainly a great job by the coaching staff of New Brunswick, pulling them in, regrouping, settling everybody down, and they have come off the bench with 2, looking to keep it going. As New Brunswick with the serve.
Not really in a rush, is he? Trying to delay his timing, see if it messes with Saskatchewan at all, but a nice answer back and able to keep it up off the block.
Here's a big opportunity at the net, and what a block from Saskatchewan. Put back to New Brunswick. That one gonna land just outside, so New Brunswick not able to capitalize on that 3rd point in a row. They'll trail 10-7.
But the compete is there. It's back again, as we've had a little bit of hot streaks here for these teams in this one. Now let's see if Saskatchewan can get on one, and they do early on, as that serve too tough to handle for Gaudette. Now let's see once more if they can do it again, as Beauchesne has been good on the serves. He's 1 for 1.
And there's a nice serve from Saskatchewan, and not able to keep it in play is New Brunswick, so another big point.
Yeah, Beauchesne doing a great job right now, just handcuffing Team New Brunswick. No matter where he puts the ball, New Brunswick cannot get a clean return on it.
So 12-7 the lead now for Saskatchewan. They'll serve. And there's a miss from Saskatchewan and a big point for New Brunswick as they narrow the gap to 4 here in this opening set.
Yeah, New Brunswick needed that point there, as working it on the serve was Beauchesne. Now that gives Team NB an opportunity to answer back here. Is George Howe on the serve.
So Saskatchewan at the net, trying to put it back. A nice block from New Brunswick. They'll get it to fall. And 2 in a row from New Brunswick.
Yeah, good job by New Brunswick to cut the lead down to 3. Now they can try to keep going here. Is Howe back on the serve again, the Moncton, New Brunswick native.
That's going to run long. So Saskatchewan able to pick up another one. A reminder, each set up to 25, best 3 out of 5 sets. And a big serve opportunity from Max Sakics from Corman Park, the 18-year-old for Saskatchewan. Set by Needham. Down at the net, that's going to be not able to be picked up, but certainly a great effort from Sear of Saskatchewan. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, take a look at the power here, and then a good effort on the block by Vanderkooi. Is able to squeak back another point. They're down by 3, and they have the serve.
And a great dig opportunity from Sear, just not able to put it high enough. That kept in at the line. So New Brunswick back up 4.
Yeah, good job by Team Saskatchewan there, just using their communication as they got ready for the set, knowing who was going to go up and grab that ball. Really strong stuff.
Certainly is, and here's New Brunswick once again at the line. Over the net, New Brunswick now into double digits.
Yeah, that's what we talked about with Needham at the start of the program. Take a look at that. Just nothing that Team Saskatchewan could do to try to withhold that one.
So a nice serve from New Brunswick again. Saskatchewan sends it back over, a nice play. At the net, block opportunity, not able to make contact, so 6-3 New Brunswick. And what an answer back and a great effort by them.
Yeah, certainly so, after going down 1 set to none early on here in this one. They have to win this set or their backs will be up against the wall. You do not want to go down 2-0.
That one played by Saskatchewan. Nice touch opportunity at the net, able to put it over.
That's a great job by Team Sask, able to get that one over after such a tight angle. And just like that, Saskatchewan gets an opportunity to answer back. So 6-4 the score for Team Sask, because now it's their turn to serve the ball. Let's see if they can chip away at this Team New Brunswick lead.
A big serve coming up for Saskatchewan. Nolan Vanderkooi from Saskatoon. That up, touched over by New Brunswick. Nice play. Trying to answer back, and a big block from New Brunswick. Not letting that squeak through. 7-4 they lead. Another look.
Really strong block here. So there's the roll shot that doesn't work out. But then the ball is put back over quickly. And then on the block, jumping up out of nowhere, was Caden Carter. Able to get that one back down.
So served by New Brunswick. At the line, and what a block by New Brunswick. Certainly feeling momentum right now. Is this team in white, and here's another look.
Yeah, New Brunswick really just flipping a switch right now. That's another big block for Nejum and Carter. Up there for Team New Brunswick. They've been strong, and now that's forcing Team Saskatchewan to take a timeout, but a really strong answer back by New Brunswick here in this second set.
Certainly you talk about mental toughness in sport. And how about New Brunswick dropping that first set, but regrouping, regathering, coming out strong. Now leading 8-4 against this very tough Saskatchewan team.
Certainly so, as we see New Brunswick right now huddling up. The intensity in on their eyes is down to the other side. Team Sask, exactly the same. There's a look at them. This one coming down to the wire right now, still very early on in our second set. Team New Brunswick with a 4-point lead over Team Saskatchewan, but as we mentioned, never over until you hit that 25th point. It's volleyball, a game of momentum. It can sway back and forth the whole way through.
Momentum certainly important here on this early morning. Final day of competition here at the Canada Summer Games, and what an event it's been. New Brunswick will start with the serve, Zachary Warren. That won't hit the mark, is an unforced point for Saskatchewan.
So now 8-5 the score here for Team Saskatchewan.
A big point coming up for both sides. Touched over, nice play from New Brunswick. And a great big block once again from New Brunswick. Is at the line. Caden Carter able to get up in a hurry, keeps it down a big point.
Yeah, that was really good. Carter and Nejum again working together and able to block that one. Now New Brunswick up by a score of 9-5.
So 4 points they've led a few times now, and that one able to drop, so Saskatchewan answering back.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan right now down by 5 as New Brunswick has hit the double-digit point total. We will see if they can keep this going. So 10-5 the score right now for Team NB.
That one will find the floor, so New Brunswick on a roll.
Really finding their stride here. Just as we said earlier, flipping a switch. This looks like a completely different team right now. And New Brunswick playing great.
So a chance for Saskatchewan. They'll put that over and find it inside the line, and a big point for Sask.
Yeah, really big point there for Team Saskatchewan. Still down by 5. A lot of work left to do to try to tie this one back up and go up by a commanding 2 sets.
A nice serve from Saskatchewan at the net, trying to get there, they will. Putting it back over. Getting set is New Brunswick. Our opportunity for Saskatchewan, putting it down at a big block opportunity, but squeaks through. So Saskatchewan able to stop the rush.
Well, let's take another look here. This might be Team New Brunswick's point. No, the official pointed towards will be a Team Saskatchewan point.
Back over. At the net. I believe, yeah, Saskatchewan with the point. And
Now
a timeout called from New Brunswick.
Yeah, good timeout there by New Brunswick. Still up by 3. You're still defending the lead, but Saskatchewan getting 3 points in a row now. So just wanting to kind of halt the rush the best of their abilities. But Saskatchewan starting to warm up after a tough start for them to this second set. And New Brunswick took advantage of that right off the rip. back and forth. Now let's see if someone can try to pull away. Ooh, what a dig there from Team New Brunswick.
They're able to return it. Saskatchewan at the net, trying to, no, just a nice touch and fake the spike, but great job by New Brunswick to keep it going. Here we go. Once again, can they get to it? They won't. Saskatchewan will pick up the point, and a big point at that.
Yeah, really big point there. Now up by 1 here early on in the third set. An opportunity to go up 2-1 in the match. But we'll see here. Still lots of time to go. Nice serve.
Played by New Brunswick. Sends it back court. Saskatchewan will try and return. They will. A nice defense for New Brunswick. Nice touch from Saskatchewan, but big effort for New Brunswick to send it back, and it's going to be a New Brunswick point. And once again, they'll answer.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan tries the trick play, trying to get it over in 2 on the fake set, but hitting the net along the way. So unfortunate bounce there for them, but still, now it's New Brunswick tied at 3.
Certainly an entertaining matchup this morning, and what a block for New Brunswick. Back the other way, cross court, that'll find the mark, and what a huge point for New Brunswick as they take their first lead here in set number 3.
Yeah, 4-3 the score for Team New Brunswick. Now let's see if they can continue this roll. They've been really good at just staying with Team Saskatchewan through the opening parts of these sets. Last set, they pulled away. Let's see if they can do that again. Nice block. That one just out of bounds, and Saskatchewan will take the point.
Certainly will. So 4-4. These final day matchups, Luke, so competitive as every game we'll see on our coverage today. Those teams finishing so close in preliminary standings.
Definitely so. Medal day is the best day at the Canada Games.
Certainly is. Put back by Saskatchewan, and that's not going to be on the mark. So New Brunswick able to pick up another lead, or another point. They'll take the lead back.
Yeah, this is exactly what we're used to. This is what volleyball at the Canada Games has been. Back and forth, the seesaw battle. We've said it a lot with beach volleyball in week 1. We're saying it a lot here in indoor volleyball for week 2.
So Jason Wetmore on the serve once again. Can't find the mark. Tied up at 5.
Yeah, neither team really able to go on a big run of points here. So it's been back and forth the whole time. Now let's see if Galito can find his spot off the serve.
New Brunswick. Saskatchewan with a nice touch at the net. Played by New Brunswick. Spike opportunity. Won't get it to go as Saskatchewan able to keep it going. At the net, and a nice block from New Brunswick once again as they take the lead back 6-5.
Yeah, Zach Warren and Caden Carter, both there, and both getting a piece of it. That's working together as a group. Now for Warren, he will take the serve.
A big point coming up for both teams. Brunswick trying to pull ahead by 2. Saskatchewan looking to tie it up. Played by Saskatchewan. Here's New Brunswick at the net. Tries to go back court, not able to handle it. Here's Saskatchewan, so 7-5 now for New Brunswick.
Yeah, that one came in with so much heat. Let's take another look at this. Look at the run up here. Just powering that one through was Wetmore as he really leaned into that one.
7-5, New Brunswick in serving. Matchup tied at 1.
Team Saskatchewan really struggling off the serves here to get clean contact. Keep this ball up. New Brunswick doing a great job of handcuffing them, making it difficult.
There's a look at New Brunswick. Zachary Warren. Certainly a lot of strength in this young man. Saw some big blocks from him as well. Played by Saskatchewan. Touched over. That'll find the floor at a big point. 8-6.
Yeah, that's really important for Team Saskatchewan. They weren't playing their best there, and then able to throw the late touch over as Mayers has that one to fall, and now back on the serve will once again be Mayers.
Nice job from New Brunswick to touch it over. Saskatchewan, they'll try it again, and they'll get it. Big point for Saskatchewan, now back within one.
Really nice roll shot there. Just faking out the blockers and able to get it to settle down before Bork was able to dive and grab it.
Saskatchewan with the serve here. Cash Myers puts it over. Nice touch from New Brunswick, and they'll answer back. Now up by 2 once again.
Raymer doing a really good job there. He fakes the set and then just dumps it right over the net. That was really strong. Great job.
Certainly it was. And a big serve coming up for New Brunswick, played by Saskatchewan. Moving in at the net, block opportunity from Saskatchewan that'll squeak through. And now within one once again.
Yeah, 9-8 right now. Still very much anyone's game. As New Brunswick playing well, but Saskatchewan just not letting them get away.
Certainly a competitive matchup, an entertaining one to watch, as one would expect. Serve from Saskatchewan. Brunswick trying to set it up, and a little too far, they'll say. So 9-9, deadlocked here with double digits approaching in set number 3.
Yeah, unfortunate there for New Brunswick. That set was so high that it just didn't land where they wanted it to, and Nijum couldn't get a good handle on it. Now Saskatchewan back the other way.
Back down, and great power, and painful one for Thomas Sear.
Yeah, let's take another look at that. The high set, and then leaning into that one was George Howe.
Certainly was. So much power on display here in this volleyball action. Both sides of the net. And a great play by Saskatchewan to keep it going, and a big block for New Brunswick. That one put down inside the line, so 10-10. Both teams trying to pull ahead, but the opposition not letting them.
Yeah, Veith, this time it's his turn to jump up and to spike one down. Now he gets an opportunity on the serve to continue this hot streak for Team Saskatchewan. And a nice serve at that, just handcuffing Nijum there. So he could not do anything with that one. That ball dropping off so fast, and now Veith with another opportunity to keep going.
2 sets in the books thus far. Saskatchewan leading by 1 here in set number 3. You talk about close.
Well, close is right, because we're all tied up at 11 once more, as these two teams cannot get separated from each other.
You talk about entertainment. We're seeing it right here. Well played. Look back. Trying to set it up is Saskatchewan. Block opportunity, that'll fall, and a nice play from New Brunswick. They'll go back ahead.
Yeah, 3 Team Saskatchewan members there. Look at that. And it still gets down as Zachary Warren really powers through. Well-earned point for Team New Brunswick. That one just long, and Saskatchewan will look to take over from there.
So 12-12.
Well, hold on here, because the call got reversed again. That's a few times that we've had a call that's gotten reversed, and now New Brunswick will take the point from there. So 13-11 for Team New Brunswick.
Put down, not able to be handled by New Brunswick. 13-12.
Yeah, Saskatchewan just back by 1 point now. As Team Sask on the serve, looking to get going with Braden Walker. Or excuse me, that is Beauchesne.
Terrific back and forth action in this 5th place matchup. not able to find the line, and a big point once again for Saskatchewan as they tie it up.
It's 13-all the score. We are halfway through our third set. 1-1 the score in this match. 13-all in the set. That one, ooh, just long. That one was close, but a little bit too much power on it. New Brunswick will take over from there.
And a nice look. And a George Howe, 18-year-old from Moncton, New Brunswick, with this big serve. That won't find the mark. Hits the tape and falls back inward, so 14 apiece.
Yeah, you never would have guessed it. We're tied, as it's been such a close set. This one, the closest that we've seen here today. Neither team can really get going on a streak to build a big enough lead. What a spike there. New Brunswick taking the lead again. Up by 1.
Here's another look. This big power from New Brunswick and Jason Wetmore. What a player he's been so far this morning.
Yeah, he's been really strong out there against this team, Saskatchewan team, and now he is on the serve.
So in play for Saskatchewan, put back over and not able to hit the mark once again. So another big point for New Brunswick. They'll lead by 2.
Yeah, first time that we've said that in a while is New Brunswick trying to pull away. Here in this one, Wetmore once again on the serve, seeing if he can extend the lead to an even larger number, which sounds crazy right now because these two teams have been so tight.
I don't believe we have seen a 2-point lead and about 10 serves minimum. So here we go. Wetmore will serve for New Brunswick. Not able to find the mark. 16-5 Saskatchewan, trailing by 1.
And there you go. Not able to get the 3-point lead. Neither team can pull away here. It's just a miscue on the serve. Now Team Saskatchewan can try to take advantage.
Certainly a matchup of the week candidate early on. Spike opportunity. They'll touch it down. Played by New Brunswick. Nice play to keep it inside the line. So 17-15 New Brunswick.
Yeah, that was just a perfectly placed shot. Let's take a look here. The set coming up. And watch that one just narrowly stay in. A great touch by Zach Warren.
So a big point coming up for both sides is magic number 25 getting closer. 17-15 here in the second set in favor of New Brunswick.
McDonald on the serve now for Team NB. Freshly off the bench and into this game.
New Brunswick certainly starting to feel the momentum as they get within 7.
Yeah, and a 3-point lead for Team New Brunswick as we have a timeout call in this one. So, the largest lead that we have seen in some time, Robbie.
Certainly
could be the largest lead of this set.
Oh, it certainly has been. You talk about evenly strength teams. These teams showing it right now as Saskatchewan getting off to the stronger start this morning, but New Brunswick answering back in set number 2 and now 3 ahead here in set number 3. And there's the fans showing their appreciation, and rightly so. There's certainly athleticism on display here in this early morning battle.
Yeah, this has been a real treat to watch. Sets tied at 1 each. And now this one. Both these teams trying to go up, put the other teams back up against the wall here in our upcoming 4th set. So we have a few players coming on for Team Saskatchewan before we get off and on our way again as Matt McDonald with the serve for Team New Brunswick.
And a great serve from New Brunswick, played by Saskatchewan. At the net, they'll try to put it down. Nice touch from Newcomb of New Brunswick. They'll get the point. Now leading by 4.
And only 6 points away from taking this very important third set. So look at the spike, but just off the net. Now again, McDonald coming into the game, and he's been serving ever since.
Nice serve. Saskatchewan trying to send it back. They'll poke it. Good effort from New Brunswick to get there on time, as trying to go cross court, but return from Saskatchewan kept alive. Back over. Here's Saskatchewan. They'll send it down with power, and a big point for them, 19-16.
Yeah, good job there by Team Saskatchewan, able to get that one back and in their control. There's a look at that. There was no stopping that one. Down by 3, trying to claw their way back.
So New Brunswick just 6 points off the mark of 25. The number to take the second set. Great power once again by New Brunswick. Return from Saskatchewan. At the net once again, that's put down and a big point. 20-16 in favor of New Brunswick. Here's another look.
Yeah, watch number 7, Caden Carter. Good angle on that one. No chance for Team Saskatchewan.
New Brunswick with a big serve coming up from Jared Chasson. The 18-year-old from Fredericton. Nice serve. Played by Saskatchewan. That will find the floor. 20-17 now.
Yeah, Saskatchewan just not willing to go away. As, deflected. That's why Chasson couldn't get there in time. Now back we come. It's Team Saskatchewan.
At the net, New Brunswick. And
Great
a big
effort.
Point for them. And yeah, you talk about effort. Saskatchewan doing a great job to build that wall at the net, but not able to return it. So an excellent opportunity now for New Brunswick within 4.
Within 4. And trying to capture this third set. So important. Now New Brunswick really continuing to roll here. 3 points away. As we're going to have a timeout call in this one. So Team Saskatchewan, after winning the first set by 6 points, have not won since. As New Brunswick looking to win their second in a row. Is what a turnaround that would be for Team New Brunswick after a slow start for them.
Certainly was, and great resilience from this team from New Brunswick. An outstanding effort after dropping that first set. Not throwing in the towel, bouncing back, claiming that second set, and now just 3 points back. But Saskatchewan still certainly hanging in there. This has certainly been an entertaining battle back and forth throughout the morning.
Certainly so, as now 5 points back as Team Saskatchewan. So we will see what happens here. Once again, they need a big rush. So they try to make a push. Team New Brunswick, though, trying to slow them down and shut them down.
So 22-17 in favor of New Brunswick. Coming off that timeout. New Brunswick will serve. There's Jackson Ramier of Fredericton. Good upset at the net for Saskatchewan. Nice return. Here's New Brunswick's turn. And off the hands, but kept alive by Saskatchewan. Touch opportunity, and that will go to Saskatchewan. Now within 4.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan just not giving up here. Trying to get this one tied up again. They have a little bit more time to work with than they did in the last set, so we'll see if they can put it to good use.
Nice play by New Brunswick. Trying to put it down with power, and they do! And a huge smash from Newcomb of New Brunswick. Another look.
Here's a set. Nejum just rises up like a fish out of water, jumps up and smokes that one back down.
Certainly some power behind it, and here comes New Brunswick once again, just 2 points away from claiming this second set and a big point back for Saskatchewan. They trail by 4.
Team Saskatchewan not making this easy for Team New Brunswick. That's for sure.
Certainly not back and forth action.
So we'll get some more substitutions in here for Team Saskatchewan before heading back. For the serve will be Freddie Comfort.
Important serve for Saskatchewan. Well played by New Brunswick. They'll send it back. At the net, Saskatchewan with power, but sent back. And oh, what a point for New Brunswick. Now within one of claiming this third set.
Yeah, take a look at that. As it all started because of the great dig by Alex Bork. Tremendous stuff from the libero on New Brunswick. Now, as you mentioned, an opportunity to win it here for NB. That one's going to be too long, and Saskatchewan will take that point, making it 24-20 in our third set.
So Saskatchewan serving. At the net, New Brunswick. Well played by Saskatchewan, sending it back. Up and over. New Brunswick a big chance, won't be able to hit the mark, and that into the net. So within 3 now, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Nejum just not getting that one up and over. As back it comes. For Team Saskatchewan again, who've elected to use their second 30-second timeout in this third set. Now down by 3. Still a possibility here to come back, but they're going to have to play 3 good points worth of volleyball.
Certainly will, and both benches trying to rally their team here, instill that mental toughness. Is either team wanting to lose focus in a moment like this. New Brunswick just 1 point away from taking the lead in this match.
Yeah, to go up 2-1 would be so impressive after not having your best in the first set. Be quite the turnaround here for Team NB. They're only 1 point away from doing it.
So here we go. Big serve coming up for Saskatchewan. Nolan van der Kooi. Put up, played by New Brunswick. At the net, trying to put it down, and they will get the point. And a big one, so they'll come back in this matchup leading 2-1. And certainly back and forth, an entertaining one thus far. Here's another look at the point. And great athleticism from Caden Carter of Miramichi to send that back down in a hurry. So 2-1. New Brunswick leading Saskatchewan. We'll be back for the fourth set from the Canada Summer Games.
Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here. Calling St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Welcome back back to our continuing coverage here from the Canada Summer Games. Multi-sport coverage brought to you every day. But this morning we are at men's volleyball. And what a matchup this has been thus far, Luke Much.
Yeah, it's been really strong here between these two teams. New Brunswick out in front, 2 sets to Saskatchewan's 1. And those 2 sets back-to-back as well. So not the best of starts for New Brunswick. They've really turned it around, and they've been the better team in these last 2 sets, but expect an answer back from Saskatchewan with their backs up against the wall. We'll have to wait and see what happens here in this one.
Certainly will be an interesting set here coming up. Is so important for both teams. Saskatchewan trying to keep themselves alive, extend this game, or if you're New Brunswick, a chance to put it away. And we talk about momentum being so big, you don't want to let Saskatchewan send this to a 5th set. So buckle up, volleyball fans. Big one just around the corner.
Buckle up for sure, as New Brunswick looking to get the sweep 3 in a row after losing the first. That would be pretty spectacular. And Saskatchewan trying to force the ever so exciting 5th set.
Certainly is. Here we go, underway. New Brunswick serving. Good opportunity for that first point, and they get it. New Brunswick strikes first.
Yeah, that's George Howe just taking advantage of the situation. Realizes that there's a miscue on the set by Team Saskatchewan, so he lunges up there and will be able to earn the point for Team NB.
Right back from Saskatchewan, and a big answer by them, tied at 1.
Imagine that now. We're all tied again here after a great set that saw it deadlocked for 10, 12, 14 points in a row, back and forth. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that again here.
A nice serve from Saskatchewan, played by New Brunswick. Great block once again, but that one going to land outside, and another point for New Brunswick.
New Brunswick now up by a score of 2-1. They will grab the ball to serve.
Big serve opportunity for New Brunswick. Hitting the nail on the head, 3-1.
Yeah, New Brunswick so strong here at just setting the ball and able to attack from there. It's been fun to watch.
Certainly has been, and here's Neacham. He's been a force this morning for New Brunswick. Great play by Saskatchewan. We're going to wait for the call, and that one called out by the official.
That was close. Let's take another look here from our Universal Media crew. There's the set. Oh, that was close. So 4-1 the score for Team New Brunswick.
We talked about the outstanding efforts by all the officials this week, coming in from all over Canada. Doing a wonderful job at being in the right position to make calls so close, just like that. And Saskatchewan able to pick up another point, 4-2.
Certainly so. We saw our corner officials getting a few pointers in between sets, and that's what it's all about, just growing and expanding your knowledge of the game.
So here we go. Big set serve from Saskatchewan. At the net, New Brunswick trying to touch it over. They do, but played by Saskatchewan, able to put it back in New Brunswick. Great effort as well. Big point cooking up here as New Brunswick tries to put it over. Great block from Saskatchewan. Power down, that one gonna land inside, and 5-2. A huge point for New Brunswick. They lead by 3.
What a great rally there. Neacham with the bump. There's the set over the back, and that's gonna be Wetmore all day. Spikes that one in and able to advance the lead 5-2 for Team New Brunswick.
Here's the serve. Played by Saskatchewan. Tries to be put down. That one gonna sail long, and another point for New Brunswick. 6-2.
Yeah, it's a real strong start here for Team New Brunswick. They've been playing well, but also Saskatchewan just missing a few shots that we didn't see them miss in our first set, as we have an early timeout call for them.
And perhaps a A smart call by Saskatchewan. Certainly not the start you wanted here in this fourth set. You can't afford to give up another one.
Yeah, you're right about that, Robbie, but still, as we mentioned, so much time in volleyball and a lot of swaying back and forth, and wouldn't be surprised if we see this one tied up again at some point throughout our fourth set.
And certainly a matchup of the week candidate already here this morning. Battle for 5th place on the line here in St. John's. There you see New Brunswick trying to ramp it up. Saskatchewan trying to catch up.
Yeah, Team Saskatchewan right now down by 4, but they just got to stick to their game plan. Try to get back into this one, keep a level head, they'll be all right.
So here we go. Big serve coming up for New Brunswick. Saskatchewan at the net, trying to put it down, not able to dig it out was New Brunswick. So a big point for Saskatchewan, and they answer back off the timeout.
Yeah, that's good, being able to cut the lead down to 3 on the serve from them. It will be Beauchesne, and he's been good here. See if he can keep it up.
So well played.
Oh, just a miscue there on the set as Vanderkoy went to go set it, and just a dead ball right off the hands, and nobody could have gotten there in time.
Certainly not easy. So here we go. Big serve coming up once again from New Brunswick. That's in play. Saskatchewan will look to continue. And great defense for New Brunswick. Sending it back over, finding a hole and a big point. 8-3, now leading by 5 is New Brunswick.
Yeah, they've really turned on the Jets here. They've gotten better as time has gone on here in this one.
New Brunswick with a big serve. That one won't find the mark. So 8-4, New Brunswick leading.
And as Saskatchewan, this is a great opportunity for them. Still early on, you get on a 2-3, even a 4-point stretch here, and you tie it up. But it's all about just chipping away. It's 8-4 the score for New Brunswick.
Played by New Brunswick, trying to send it back. And a nice block at the net from Saskatchewan, but can't land it inside the line. So 9-4, New Brunswick leading.
9-4 for Team New Brunswick, and they have really found their stride here. And able to get that point, and up by 5. Now, as we turn back, it's going to be Zach Warren on the serve. Nijum with a great spike there.
At the net, put down, and we'll see which way the point goes. It's New Brunswick at the net, so they're double digits, leading by 6.
Yeah, another net violation there for Team Saskatchewan. And New Brunswick up by 6, the exact opposite of what we had last set. It was just dead even, tie. Now New Brunswick trying to gain a little bit of a bubble here, but we'll see. It's 10-5 the score. We have a few substitutions.
And there you see Saskatchewan making a change as we see James Galito, the 18-year-old from Saskatoon with the serve.
He's been strong today. He's been really great by the net for Team Saskatchewan. And speaking of great by the net, what a block there. Great stuff.
Tremendous athleticism at the net from Saskatchewan to pick up a big point, trailing by 4. Great effort from both these teams thus far this morning. At the net once again, that one off the fingertips. Nice power from New Brunswick. 11-6, back up by 5.
That's exactly what Nijum brings to the table. Just the pure power that he can get on the ball whenever he really leans into one. Makes it so hard for the opposition to contain. Really sublime stuff.
Nice serve for New Brunswick. Bringing it up at the net. That one He's going to land inside. A big call for Saskatchewan and a huge point, 11-7.
Yeah, that one was close. Let's take another look at it here. There's the set. Jumping up. Oh, and it was in. Strong call by our officials.
Once again, line officials in the right spot to make those big calls.
Yeah, we'll keep tire pumping them because they're doing a great job out here today.
12-7 now, New Brunswick.
Good answer back there by Team NB, maintaining the 5-point bubble.
Another big point for New Brunswick.
13-7.
Two to one, New Brunswick leading in sets. Here in this fifth place matchup, Saskatchewan touches it over, and great precision at the net from Saskatchewan and Ruben Veith of Prince Albert.
Yeah, look at that, a great roll shot. Could not get any better. Really good job getting that one up and over the net. Now Saskatchewan on the serve.
Nice play by Saskatchewan, keeping it alive, sending it back over. Nice defense from New Brunswick. Trying to hammer it down, a good block from Saskatchewan as well. And terrific resilience. It's 13-9 now the score in favor of New Brunswick.
Yeah, New Brunswick still up by 4. Trying to keep it going. We're gonna have a timeout call here. Saskatchewan just still trying to claw back away at this lead that New Brunswick has. They will not go away. They're keeping it competitive here. Trying to stay alive. If they lose this one, then that is the match.
Certainly is. A lot of pressure on both sides of the net in this matchup. As we mentioned earlier, very, very important set if you're New Brunswick. You want to try to end it here in set number 4. Saskatchewan able to pick this up. Momentum certain to shift to their side. So big points ahead.
Yeah, the crowd out here representing NB is on fire. I would definitely agree with that. They've been great here. Early on this morning, an 8 a.m. start. That's the earliest that we've had all week, as the start time's bumped up for closing ceremonies here tonight. Closing ceremonies, that's going to be fantastic.
Certainly will, and a reminder, we will have the coverage of the closing ceremonies tonight at 7 o'clock, Newfoundland and Labrador time, from the Mary Brown Center. If it's anything like the opening, it will be quite the party indeed. Some special surprises. Look forward to it. Make sure you make that in your plans for the day to take that in tonight from the Mary Brown Center.
Yep, it's not an ordinary day here in Newfoundland, as they will be ready to go for the closing ceremonies later on today. Close to sold out, I believe. I know opening ceremonies sold out in 2 minutes. So closing ceremonies, I believe, sold out or just about.
And great play by New Brunswick. They'll lead 15-9 now, just 10 away from claiming set number 4.
Yeah, good streak there for Team New Brunswick. Continuing, trying to build here. Needham on the serve.
And a nice serve. Trying to put that back over, and great play by New Brunswick to keep it alive. They'll send it back for Saskatchewan. At the net, trying to put it down once again. New Brunswick, a great dig as that heads back court. At the net now, Saskatchewan trying to find the mark. Not able to be sent back in play, and a big point for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, now within 5 as they hit the double digits. Still very much in this game, a lot of mileage left to go here.
At the net, not able to be put down by New Brunswick, so a good run here from Saskatchewan.
Yeah, just trying to get back now. Back within 4 and an opportunity to get back within 3 here.
Saskatchewan doing a great job at hanging in as New Brunswick's been trying to pull ahead. Great resilience from this team in green. Still lots to play. Nice defense from Saskatchewan as New Brunswick looks to go on the attack at the net. Put back by Neecham. And that's going to find its way, and a big point once again. Now within 3 is Saskatchewan.
Yeah, 3-point stretch here for Team Saskatchewan. Let's see if they can keep up their impressive work here as of late.
Big serve coming up. Ruben Veith. That one's going to hit the net. So 16th point on the board of the set for New Brunswick.
Yeah, now they're able to grab the ball, control it off the serve. Make Saskatchewan play some defense here. That one, yeah, just handcuffing, and a great job by New Brunswick. Able to get a quick point here and continue to get to work, up 17-12.
Within 8 now is New Brunswick. 17-12 they lead. Nice serve. Played by Saskatchewan. Trying to get to that one. They won't be able to. And a big point for Saskatchewan, 17-13.
Yeah, just not able to pull away here is New Brunswick. They are up by 4 right now.
Big serve coming up for Taven Beauchesne of Regina. Nice play at the net. New Brunswick trying to get there, and that one will go long. So once again, we talked about the resilience of Saskatchewan, certainly not backing down. Another massive point.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now back in within 3. Trying to tie this one up.
In play for New Brunswick. Nice touch once again. So Saskatchewan going on a run here. 17-15.
Back within 2 now. Great run here from Team Saskatchewan. Not backing down with their backs against the wall.
Big serve coming up for Beauchesne. Played by Neecham. Set up at the net for New Brunswick. Powering down! And what a point, 18-15. They will lead, but look at the power on this.
Yeah, watch number 3, Wetmore. That is picking your spot perfectly. Great job by him.
Outstanding effort. And another look at Wetmore. He will serve. Sent over, played by Saskatchewan.
See a bit of the net there was caught from Team Saskatchewan, and it will result in a Team New Brunswick point. 19-15 for Team NB.
Certainly an outstanding matchup so far from start to finish. Will it conclude in set 4? Will we go one more? That is the question of the morning, and New Brunswick not able to return it. Once again within 3 is Saskatchewan.
Yeah, just not backing down. You gotta love the compete here. Now on the serve for Team Saskatchewan, Nolan Vanderkoy.
And what a serve! That kept in backcourt. And a massive point for Saskatchewan off an excellent serve from Nolan Vanderkoy.
Yeah, that is a big-time ace for Team Sask. Vanderkoy doing a great job. Let's watch him here again.
In play. New Brunswick at the net, trying to put it down, and they do at a big point. Once again, is now within 5 is New Brunswick.
Answering back just like that, regaining their 3-point lead.
So big points coming up for both sides. It will be New Brunswick serving. Zachary Warren puts it up. Nice serve from Warren. Played by Saskatchewan. Tries to return it, they do. Or they won't be able to, as Net violation, so another point for Saskatchewan. Now within 2, 2018, there's a look.
Yeah, just not able to get that one away cleanly. This one coming down to the wire.
It certainly is. Entertaining affair here this morning, and great block by Saskatchewan once again. 2019.
Yeah, that was really strong. Take a look here. The big windup from Nijam, but a block, and Saskatchewan back within 1.
Reminder, coverage coming up all afternoon here in volleyball. That will find the mark, so tied up at 20. New Brunswick and Saskatchewan. Outstanding effort from the team in green to battle back.
Well, we said that we thought that at some point later down the road that this one would be tied, and 20 apiece. Here we are.
And a great touch from New Brunswick, finding the floor, 21-20.
Yeah, great job by Raymer. We saw that a few times here earlier on this week, where he, on the second touch for Team New Brunswick, fakes the set, throws it over, and it works well for him again here.
A reminder, if we do get to that 24-24, team has to win by 2 to claim the set. There's a lot on the line. Well played by Saskatchewan. They'll look to return it, not able to get to it is New Brunswick. And a big point for Saskatchewan, 21 apiece.
Well, seesaw battle is the story here, coming down to the end of this set. 21 apiece, as you said. Mayers on the serve.
Well played by New Brunswick. Sending that back, and a great block, but not able to find the mark. And once again, New Brunswick takes the lead back.
Now within 3. They need this point here to create a little bit of a bubble.
A big serve coming up. Well played by Saskatchewan. Tries to send it back over and kept in the air. At the net, Saskatchewan. Gets it through. New Brunswick trying to keep it going. Great effort from Saskatchewan. Not able to return it though, and 23-21. So New Brunswick just 2 away, but Saskatchewan only 2 points behind. Coming down to the wire here in set number 4 as we get a timeout at a big time.
Still very much anyone's game here, Robbie. Back and forth action. As Team Saskatchewan doing a great job. Once down by 6, able to tie it up at 20 and then 21, and then back-to-back points for Team New Brunswick, as it has been a nail-biter here from the university here in Newfoundland. Munn is back and forth the whole way.
So Saskatchewan first back out on the floor. A look of determination on their faces. Knowing what they have to do. Try to send this to a 5th and deciding set. New Brunswick, there you see the energy. Trying to close it out in 4.
Yeah, New Brunswick with the serve as well. So we'll see what they do.
2 very, very evenly matched teams this morning. And New Brunswick will start. Nice serve. Saskatchewan trying to power it over. At the net again. Great block for New Brunswick, played by Saskatchewan. Sent back, and a big block for New Brunswick. And what athleticism from George Howe to get up in a hurry. Puts it back down. Here's another look.
Yeah, take a look at number 4 right in the middle for Team New Brunswick. Able to get it back down. Look at the emotion from him and a possible match point scenario.
Here we go. That one's going to miss. So 24-22, Saskatchewan. And puts it away, and a big point for New Brunswick, claiming this matchup. 3 sets to 1. Luke They started down 1-0, but battled back with 3 unanswered sets. What an effort by this New Brunswick squad.
Yeah, what a turnaround for Team New Brunswick. The first set, not their best, but they really turned on the Jets, and they were able to take home this one.
So certainly an outstanding effort from Saskatchewan and New Brunswick, but it's New Brunswick taking 5th place. We'll see you later on for more coverage from the Canada Summer Games.